You are now ready to start this meeting. You'll do that by clicking Start This Meeting. If this is your first time ever using Zoom, you will have to download it on your computer by clicking Download and Run Zoom. If you have used Zoom before, whether it's as a participant or as a creator, you'll click openzoom.us. And it will connect us, and there we are. So it is automatically recording because I have that required on there. I can change that, pause the recording, stop the recording from down here. I have me on. Hello. So you saw that you couldn't hear me at first. That's because I had it where everyone is automatically on mute to start with. So I changed that by clicking on this. I can then also do it, pick on where my headphones or where I'm going to be able to hear. So I'm hearing it through my AirPods. I can have it through my microphone. If I have a something set up on here, then I can do it there as well. I can also test my, if you come in before it actually starts, you can actually test it before to make sure that this all works. I can also stop the video. So you'll see a picture that I have set up. If you don't have a picture set up, then it will just be blank. I can do the same exact thing where I can decide on where it's going to be. I can also choose a virtual background. So these can be found on here. So if you have a green screen or if you have a picture you want to upload, you can do that. It might be something fun for the kids to see. Right now, I am the only participant, so you see the manage participants right here. I can also invite people on the fly. So if I have someone asking to join a meeting or a office hours and they can't figure it out, I can click invite and I can email them or I could copy the URL and send it to them. And then you remember this one I set up has a password, so make sure that you're giving them that password as well. The chat feature is something that I really like because it allows dialogue to happen in the middle, so it sort of leaves room for questions at the end. You can have this, it's up as a separate screen here, and you can type your questions in here, and I can have them sent to everyone. If I had multiple people, I can also have it where it sends to separate people. So like if I have a student that's coming in and they have a question just for me and they don't want everyone else to know that, they can do that by just sending me a single message. They can also upload files here. And you can allow where only participants can chat at all, or they can only chat with you. So it might prohibit students from trying to chat with each other in the middle of a lesson from here. So you have those options. So you can have it big, you can have it small, have it on the side. If you're doing something that's going to have a large amount of people, I would always have a co-host that might be able to run the chat while you are giving the presentation. It just allows you to focus on one thing rather than two. The share feature is another one of my favorite parts of this. So when I click on share, it'll allow me to share my desktop. It'll share a website that I have open. If I am AirPlaying, so I could share my iPad or my iPhone through AirPlay or through a cable if I have it connected. I also have the option of doing a whiteboard. So if I do desktop, I can share it for sound, and I can also optimize for full screen. So if I'm showing some kind of video, I can do those. If I want to do a whiteboard, I can click share. Let's see if it'll let me go. Oh, it doesn't let me. You might have to change some settings to sort of make sure it works. But this is a great way to share slides or a screen. Here we go. So this is just another way that you can share these information with your students. So I can share my Chrome browser and I can go here and show them different things. You'll also see when I did that, it allows me to, a thing opens up and it allows me to do a variety of different things from here. So my picture shows up over here, and then I can actually annotate. So like if I have a document up, I can put text on here. This is where you log in. I can draw. I can also stamp. I can spotlight. So if I have anything in particular that I want to show, I can erase and I can clear. I can also save it. So if I'm doing something on the board or I'm showing something and maybe there's really good dialogue or there's really good writing that you're doing and you want to make sure to save that so that students can see it at a later date, I can click that save button as well. So when I'm ready to go back, I just click on that stop share and it takes me back to this window here. You can allow it where you can have multiple participants can share simultaneously. You can also prohibit it for where only the host, you, can share, or if you have specific people that you want to share. This is just a great way to go back and forth between having a discussion to showing examples or showing them how to do specific things. Once you are ready to finish up your hours or that kind of thing, go ahead and click End Meeting. And you want to make sure that your end meeting for all. If you leave it for meeting, then students can come back and they can continue talking without you being there to facilitate it. So make sure you're clicking end meeting for all. And that's all done. Because I'm having it download to my computer, it is now converting the recording that I just took. It's going to convert that and then it will save it to my desktop. So those are the basics on how to run a meeting and some of the features that you can find in there.